Panther Nation, what's good? Welcome back to Carolina's Armchair GM. I am your host, CJ. Now, if y'all joined me on Thursday for my live stream of the game, y'all know what we about to talk about. Okay. It was a snooze of a game for one quarter, and then when I say the gates were open, and by both teams, it was back and forth all the way to the end. All right. Now I know Kenny Pickett caught a lot of flack for them first couple drives, and Haynes King took over and and just went back and forth with Carson Beck and whoever the other quarterback they had over in Arizona. Back and forth all the way to the end. I will give Kenny Pickett a little bit of credit. You know what I mean? Because the last drive he did before he got out, he did drive us down the field, and big old AJ Dillon punched it in from like the 1 yard line for a touchdown. So he did lead a drive, got us points before he got out of the game. Okay, so we're going to get into that and talk about that here. All right. So as always, like I like to say, as y'all are coming in, you're getting set. You got your water, your crown, your tequila, whatever you drink, whatever you sipping on this Sunday morning. You're getting set, getting comfortable to sit here and talk some sports, laugh and joke. Y'all know how I do. But before y'all do that, before y'all get too comfortable, make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button, whatever platform y'all are watching on. All right. And I appreciate all the love and support. And for those of you who might be catching this on replay tomorrow or later on today, all right, make sure you watch the whole thing. All right. Appreciate you. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into it. And as usual, I got a couple of my favorite people. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Before I do that, well, let me tell you, Cool Kev been cutting up in the chat since before we started the live. Cool Kev, hey, appreciate the $20 super chat, my dude. Man, dang, thank you. Hey, you done hit me with that a little too early here. I wasn't expecting. Thank you, brother. He said showing love early, ties offering plate going around. I appreciate it. I like the way you put that. Ties and offering plate going around. Lord, let me tell you, that take me back to my days at Little Macedonia back home. Lord have mercy. Y'all know how the black church used to be. You always have a big church and a little church. So on the other street there was Big Macedonia, and then we were Little Macedonia. Look, we had Big Macedonia Road, had Little Macedonia Road, but it's a southern thing. So hey, appreciate you, Cool Care. Thank you so much for that. All right. So as we get into it, bring up two of my favorite people. First off, bring to the stage my big little cuz, Low Tone Tony. How you doing this morning, sir?
Yeah. What's happening? What's popping? What it is? What it ain't?
Well, speaking of what's popping, okay. Put them paws on them. What's up, Poppy? How y'all doing?
What's up? Have no fear. We're gonna talk about hamstrings in here. All right.
Boy. say it again, Poppy.
Have no fear. We're gonna talk about hamstrings in here.
I try to do my best Superman pose right there. Dun, dun, dun,
dun. You gotta put your leg up.
Nah, y'all don't want to see me fall over this morning. y'all want to see me fall out this damn chair.
Why I shut this whole live off. I'm going in the house.
Hey, let me tell you, I get my ass up, crawl back in this chair, and be like, all right, let's continue, folks. Yo. Oh, y'all don't get me started this morning, y'all. Don't get me started. Hey, so fellas, before we get into it, man, hey, football is back, y'all. Football is back. We got something on the field to talk about. We got a lot. We got a lot to talk about today. It's quite a bit of news that came out. It was quite a bit of stuff to talk about the game. Quite a bit of stuff to talk about. A couple things that happened after the game. All right, and we're gonna get into all that in a second. But first, let me go through the comments. And speaking of Cool Kev, like I said, Cool Kev start off for you in lights at the top of the morning. This injury to quote unquote injury to King is suspect. He was never limping or looked hurt the entire game. Just my humble opinion, makes for great content. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then Tony said, crying already, Kev. He said, nah, he wasn't the starter anyway. He said it looked suspect because if he was injured in the game, they would have put Pickett back in. Ah, said, did y'all see him? I'm not gonna lie to you, Kev. No, I did not see him look hurt at all in the game. You know what I mean? But as Tony did point out, it said probably something that he felt afterwards. Now you get out there, get the adrenaline going. He might have been good. Let me tell you, the high that Carson Beck is on 24/7, that was the high that Haynes King was on, after they won the game. And and I say that because during the whole live stream, we were all talking about how Carson Beck, always looks like he is high 24/7. I can't even do my eyes like that. He's like he's like this all the time. But I digress. I digress. Let me see. King James 864 said, "What's good, CJ? How you doing, brother? How you doing?" It's funny. I was talking to my son last night, and he was talking about names, and he thought that we said something about a Denise, and he comes out of his room. What y'all talking about, Denise? I looked at him. I said, "Ain't nobody say Denise." I said, "Oh, you must be talking to a girl named Denise." And he was like, "No, that's an old name. I don't know nobody named Denise." I looked at him and I said, "Brother, you must be old as hell." I said, "Your name is James." And he looked at me. He goes, "Oh." Yeah, I said, "Yeah." I said, "Your name come from biblical times, boy." But again, I digress. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's see. TBO.C Panther 59. Good morning to you. How you doing? Nervous. That injury has some suspicious timing, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Rashad, what's going on? Is it CJ and Tony? How you doing, Rashad? Mr. Duckett said, "Been a while. What's up? What's going on with you? How you doing?" Said, "No more water boy talk." Hey, Bellows, I'm sorry. Or Bells, oh my bad. Said CJ, low tone, that boy shell case. What's good with you? Said he gonna be a fine backup. Rod Wall, what's up with you? Said, what up, fellas? Let me see. The one and only Ken 88, what's going on, man? He said, what's good? I said, we know why the injury is and trust it's not serious to them. Something else is serious in the organization. Okay. All right. Got you. So here comes the conspiracy theories about Haynes King. Absolutely. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so first off, I need to add Poppin to the stage. I'm sorry about that. All right, first off, we need to talk about some news that the Panthers made I want to say yesterday or Friday. But they have signed quarterback Kyle Trask. And as y'all know, Kyle Trask did come in for an interview, or for a workout with the Panthers probably about a week or so ago. But at the time, there were injuries in other spots on the roster, and the Panthers felt like signing him then was not what they needed to do. So they filled some other roster spots. And I guess now that with Haynes King being injured, they went ahead and signed Kyle Trask because now they have two quarterbacks on the roster, Bryce Young and Kenny Pickett. Okay. So in corresponding moves, they also released outside linebacker Nick Hampton and wide receiver Malik Miega, however you say his name. They were both put on the they were designated with injuries, so that's why both of them got released as well. So Poppin, Tone, what do you guys feel about, or if you feel anything about the Panthers signing Kyle Trask?
You want to go first, Tom?
It don't
He
matter.
always
You go
want to go
ahead. You
first.
spoke. You go ahead, Poppin. Go ahead.
I am so elated. Oh my God. I'm just overwhelmed with excitement about signing good old Kyle Trash. Yay. Another quarterback that's 6'5" with a noodle of an arm, who has been
Mm.
stashed on the Buccaneers for forever. I think he went somewhere else after his time with the Buccaneers. I forgot where he went because nobody cares. And as usual, we're always picking up somebody's leftovers. Shout out to Canales, who is just in love with this guy for some odd reason. I don't know why. I want him off my team. Give me the king.
Okay. Oh,
I'm not surprised at the signing. Haynes King is injured. They're down to two quarterbacks now, so they brought in a third quarterback. You don't know how it's going to play out for the future. You don't know how long Haynes King is going to be out. I do somewhat agree with Poppin about the fact of you know um Kyle Trask being as big as he is. I wouldn't say that he. I'm not gonna get into the arm strength thing because that does nothing but open up another conversation. What I will say is that he's no more than a backup. He probably won't be no more than a camp body or a third string quarterback, depending on the health of Haynes King. So we'll get an opportunity to see him in against Buffalo. He will get some playing time. He knows his offense. He was in Tampa with Brad Isaac and Dave Canales when Canales was the offense coordinator. So he has familiarity with this offense and with the guys, with the coordinators and the head coach. So we'll see.
does it make y'all feel some type of way because you go from what we saw Haynes King can do to now we're basically going to have Kenny Pickett and Kyle Trask who are in my opinion, kind of the same quarterback. I think maybe Pickett might be a little more mobile than Trask, but that fun, that spark that we saw, out of Haynes King in the Hall of Fame game. We probably not gonna get that back until until he gets right because if history serves correct, okay, Bryce Young is gonna get in for a drive or two in one of these games, and that might be it. You know what I mean? Because I think the
Mhm.
Panthers put a lot more stock in these joint practices than a lot of us Panther fans do. We all want to see Bryce out there on the field for, two or three drives every game, but that's not going to happen. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all, CJ, you're a smart man. You just pretty much
Oh,
said it.
thank you.
You threw it out there. You said exactly what you saw on
What
tape.
up, Zip?
You actually said exactly what this offense needs to run smoothly, and that is
Mm,
a quarterback that has a good enough arm to pass it on different levels on the field, but when need to, he can turn it upfield with his legs.
mm,
Kyle Trash does not have that.
yeah.
I know Tony doesn't want to go down that road with, what I'm saying, talk about Kyle Trash arm, but I don't think he has a talented arm. And you don't have to have the most talented arm, but compared to who we got in the building, Bryce Young and Kenny Pickett, I don't even think he even comes close to their arm of talent. And I don't think they got the greatest arms either. But if I just don't see him replicating what this offense desires from a quarterback to do if everything fails out there on the field. Can you give us a 7 yard run? Uh will you have that split decision to get it done? I don't think he has that. I didn't see it in college.
Mhm.
I don't think
Mm,
you're gonna see it now. So
okay.
congratulations, Kyle. You're a Panther now.
Yeah, you have some people like Cool Kev 88 that like to jump out of the windows with no helmet on and start crowning third string undrafted quarterbacks. Sound kind of like Jerome Howard Simmons,
Yeah,
he's
you
known to
leave
do
Howard
that.
alone.
So I'm curious to see how Uncle Jerome latches on to Kyle Trask now. So he don't have anything to say about Haynes King right now. But you know me, I don't jump out the window. I just roll the window down, enjoy the breeze, try to stay safe. And you know, hey, like I said, I love what I see from Haynes King Thursday night. I love what I saw. I wasn't big on him coming out of Georgia Tech. There were some things that I felt like he needed to work on, and those things showed up Thursday night. Like I mentioned, to pop in and mention the bloody. And I talked about it Friday on my channel. You just want to see him continue to build on it. And I hate the fact that he got hurt. However, the injury came about.
Mhm.
I hate the fact that he don't have an opportunity to build on that right now. That's what I hate the most because
Okay.
for someone to exceed the expectations that you have for them, that's a plus for the Panthers. Whether he's going to be
Facts.
QB2, QB3, or whatever, that's a plus for us. And he showed us some things that we haven't really had since Cam Newton when it comes to the running ability. And I had to go back and I tried to go back and look at some tape, but I saw his 40 time. I did not know that he had ran a 4.46
Voice.
at the
4.46.
combine.
Yep.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, it explains that what I saw is what I saw. He was
Mhm.
moving. You know what I'm saying? He got
Yeah,
them
we getting there.
legs. So like I said, man, I just hate that the young man don't have an opportunity to build on it. As we get ready to play Buffalo this week, hopefully he gets back sooner than later. So yeah, that's all I got with that.
Okay. All right, bet. Shout out to let me see, D Nice. He said Arizona defense was pure trash with second and third stringers. Let me see. Mark Choate said hello from Mississippi, everyone. What's going on, Mark? How you doing? He also said go big blue Jackson Dart. Okay, I got you. Look, I ain't got no smoke with the Giants this year. Cool Cass said D Nice, you better hope BY9 pushes and makes the offense move that way when he come in, or the spotlight will be even bigger. All right. Well, we're gonna get into that in a little bit more here in a few, y'all. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and move on. For
Who
those of you who
cares
didn't
is a
see,
hater?
the Panthers signed Kyle Trask, who was in for a workout a week or two ago, if I'm not mistaken. They didn't sign him then because they had more pressing needs or position needs on the team, and they signed a few other players. But with Haynes King having a hamstring injury now, they signed him, and they subsequently released Nick Hampton and wide receiver Malik Maega, both with injury designations. Okay. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of sad for Nick Hampton getting released because I had some I had hopes for him. I don't know how high those hopes for him were, but he was kind of one of my dark horses on the defense. But yeah, that horse has been put out the pasture for right now. So, but shout out to Nick Hampton, man. I hope you find your feet somewhere, dog.
Yeah. Didn't he get a sack
Uh,
Thursday?
he did. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Said, it's getting time for everyone to start talking trash. You know it, bro. You know it. All right, cool. All right, let's move on. And okay, so and I know that looks like Kenny Pickett up there, and that's probably what the thing thought it was, but just pretend that's Haynes King. All right, he's got number 16 on. Okay, so as far as the game, Panthers won 33-30. Okay, so team stats, Panthers had 378 yards, total yards, Arizona 425. We had one turnover by my man Tyus, the running back. We had 25 first downs to their 23. Excuse me. Penalties. We had 5 for 20 yards. They had 7 for 78. We were 9 of 14 on third down. They were 7 of 12. 1 for 1 on fourth down, which was the game winner. And the Cardinals were 0 of 1 on fourth down. Red zone. We were 4 of 6 in the red zone. And the Cardinals were 3 of 6. Time of possession. We had the ball for 25 minutes, 39 seconds. Cardinals had it for 34 minutes and 21 seconds. All right. Game leaders as far as individual stats. You had Haynes King, 180 yards. He was 21 of 34 for 2 touchdowns. Carson Beck was 15 of 19 for 188 yards and 1 touchdown. And I think you got to point out Carson Beck was throwing bombs for most of his time out there in the game as well. Miles Davis was our leading rusher, 4 carries, for 53 yards. Let me see, B Knight, I don't know his first name, 60 yards for the Cardinals. Jimmy Horn Jr., okay, 4 receptions, 44 yards. And if y'all will check out the reel I made, or the short, or reel, wherever I posted, check that out. I got it on all my social media. Jimmy Horn caught that one pass. It was a beautiful pass by Haynes King. And then old boy tried to hit him. Let me tell you, Jimmy threw that shoulder into him, was like, get the hell off of me, bro. And then two of them proceeded to push him out of bounds and got a flag. All right. Jacobs for wide receiver for Arizona, the wide receiver, had 3 for 99. Nick Hampton had 1 sack, along with Jared Harrison Hunt. Billings for the Cardinals had 1. Zakee Wheatley, 8 tackles, 2 solo, and Keys for the Cardinals linebacker had 11 tackles, 7 solo. All right, and guys, before I get to y'all, Freddie, what's good, Freddie? He's thank you for the $2 super chat. He said, "Good morning, CJ and OG Tone and Mr. 50 Cal, Mr.
What it do?
Mr. 50 Cal." That's what I got to start calling you now, Mr. 50 Cal.
What's up, Fredddy? Yeah.
Derringer.
The cow.
Wow. Oh, okay. So pop. Oh, okay. All right. I got you. Damn. I gotta stay away from your side of Charlotte. Then. All right. Bet. Hey, as always, Freddie, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for the $2 super chat, dog. How you doing this morning? All right. So Tone, Mr. Fitty Cal.
Yes,
all right. Y'all give me y'all thoughts on the stats from the game. What stood out to you? What you thought could be better? And let me know what you think.
Go ahead, Papa.
So I think the game was this is definitely was a great game. Um, the stats were good. Carson Beak definitely displayed, what I'm saying, some arm talent. They displayed some speed. Defense, oof, man, that defense was hellacious.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't get it, but we can't. A lot of people was trying to blame Evero. Evero was not calling the game, guys. So you gonna have time
Yeah.
to.
Cooley was right.
Cooley was calling it, so you have time
Okay.
to examine Evero, which tells me also Cooley, you ain't ready yet. But anywho, I thought it was a good game. I like the fact that we kept up the elevation of play. I seen a lot of focus on offense. A lot of we got to get it done. No giving up. Staying poised, but executing at the same time. And that says a
Okay.
lot for guys who is their first time actually going out there and playing in an NFL game. So the offense actually looked a little bit different than what Canales have called. So hey, is it shout out to you. We know you called some plays previously before, but I mean, I really like your sequencing. You did good. The running back, I think his number was 38. I think you should go ahead and pack your bag, sir. You didn't look good out there.
Wrong
You
number.
fumbled. Was it 38 or 37?
34. 34.
34.
34. Tyus. Anthony
Yeah.
Tyus, the third. Yep.
And I
Don't
think
you put that
37 is
performance on
the
Zakee Wheatley.
my bad. My bad.
More
I
than
know he
Candy
your
Green.
nephew. I know, and I think 37 is the running back who actually came in and got a spark and got us a big burst
Miles
run down.
Davis.
Miles
Yep.
Davis. So shout out to you, Miles Davis, because didn't know where you came from, but you look like you had a little speed. You might make it to the team or practice squad. Overall, good game. One of the best preseasons I ever
What's up,
seen.
Kevin?
We just put the NFL on notice because all of y'all will be playing. Y'all better do better than what we did. And that's all I got.
Okay. All right. Low tone Tony.
Yeah. Because popping in and Bloody asked me a couple days ago who were the two guys that I was looking forward to seeing Thursday night. And I said Jimmy Horn on offense and Zakee Wheatley on defense. So I'm glad to see that the players that I was interested in seeing do good actually do good. Zakee Wheatley led the team in tackles. And Jimmy Horn led the team in receptions. I did see something from Jimmy Horn that I had never seen before. I seen him actually break tackles, and he broke tackles from not one player but two players at the same time, which was impressive to me because I never see him do it. Usually, if you just got a hand on him, he'll go down. Remember how you used to talk about Christian McCaffrey back in the days? Put a fingernail on him and he going down. That's
Mhm.
how it was talking about. That's how it was with Jimmy Horn. So I'm glad to see that added, a weight, a muscle that he has put on is look like it's going to be in his favor, work for him in his favor. So yeah, I'm definitely glad what I see. I'm not gonna get too much into the score or the defense because I mean what you kind of expect from second, third, and fourth stringers. You know what I'm saying? People
Mhm.
that ain't gonna be on either one of those teams come week one. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Those dudes out there fighting for their life, fighting for their dreams, things like that. So I just wanted to see those guys go out there, perform, play hard, to their best ability. That's all it was for me.
All right, hold on. No, my bad. Someone's at the door. Okay. But yeah, all right. Bet. To be honest with you, I told Tony this yesterday or the day before. To me, and I said this on the live too. It felt like the Panthers went out there and kind of went through whatever, if they have scripted plays that they go through first. Those first two drives seem very, lethargic, very just like blah, like let's just go out here and get this shit over with. You know what I mean? And because like I said, Kenny Pickett was catching a lot of flack, after the game as well. But I want people to realize, that he did lead us on a scoring drive. All right. And it ended with AJ Dillon running the ball into the end zone, and I'm gonna stand 10 toes down. All right. And I'm gonna keep up my what's the word I'm looking for? My damn, I can't think of shit. I'm gonna keep up my call for AJ Dillon to make the Panthers team. All right, and excuse me, y'all, I'm getting old. But I'm gonna keep sounding the horn for AJ Dillon to make this team. And I know somebody asked me in the last live, or somebody well, I think I was live with Tony. Somebody asked me, I think it was you, Popping. You were like, will you keep Achan or you keep Dylan? I said, hell, if it's up to me, I'm keeping Dylan.
Hmm.
You know
Yeah,
what I
and
mean?
I can
So
see why. I mean, it's not really a argument or anything of that nature. I'm just not a fan of hurt players.
no, I,
And then
I got you.
I'm also on a I guess you could say a youth movement.
Hmm.
Um, I think those guys didn't want to hit AJ Dillon. I think they were
Yeah. No,
scared
yeah, I
of him.
got you.
But
I
the
got
real ones, the real ones, they gonna hit that big fella. They don't care about none of
you.
that.
Oh, I know.
So,
Oh, I know. But you know what? The thing that I like about that, you flip it to the other side. AJ Dillon gonna hit them fellas too. Okay, and every last one that he run into ain't always gonna be bigger than him. And
that's
see, and
true.
the thing is, and that's why I kind of want AJ Dillon for that power back effect. Okay, that's why I would like to have him. Now, mind you, okay, because with me, and I said this, I said you'd have Thunder with AJ Dillon, you had Lightning with Jonathan Brooks, and you had Overcast with Chuba Hubbard. Okay. And no knock on Chuba Hubbard. I just couldn't think of anything else to go with Thunder and Lightning. So I just took the next weather, analogy that I could think of.
So
Not
you just gonna disrespect RB1? Ain't that something?
no, I'm
Oh, that
it
man overcast.
hey, I mean, sometimes, hey, let me tell you, overcast when it's 100 degrees outside can be a good thing. Think of it like
You
that.
you
All
can
right.
you can call the man hurricane or something, tornado.
I like Overcast.
Thank you. Okay. All right. And my thing is this, AJ Dillon is not going to be an every down back. I think he'll be a situational back, change of pace back per se. Somebody to get you those tough 2 or 3 yards, or maybe a few inches when it comes down to third down and fourth and very short. But as Poppin said, about him being hurt, he has had a few significant injuries in his career so far, and I can also see them not keeping him because if, and I say, big if, and I don't want this to happen, if something happens to, somebody else, Chuba Hubbard or Jonathan Brooks, AJ Dillon cannot replace what they bring. You know what I mean? The quickness, the shiftiness. Not to say that AJ Dillon is just god awful slow. You know what I mean? But he's not a Trevor Etienne type back. He's not a Jonathan Brooks type back. He's not a Chuba Hubbard type back either. You know what I mean? So if he doesn't make the roster, I get it. But until that time comes, I'm going to keep pounding the drum for AJ Dillon to be on the roster. Okay, that's what I'm getting with that. All right. All right, cool. Let me get back through some comments here. Let me say we don't have to give any credit to Gerber that did something happen to King. Yeah, he came up with a hamstring injury. I'm going to assume after the game, because like somebody said in the comments, I did not see him limping during the game. Didn't see him limping when he was talking to reporters and got off the field. And as Tony said, maybe it was something that happened after the game and he felt it later on, maybe the next morning or whatnot, Rashad said, Pop, you had your morning muffin yet? Said Brooks gonna ball out, no room.
Wrong
I got
person,
you.
Rashad. Wrong person.
So Gerber hands are safe for now, but he needs to be better next preseason game. So we get a look at the other receivers. I got you. Got it, man, Gerber hands. Yo, overcast is the perfect description for Chuba. Not no goddamn tornado or hurricane. He is either one of those, OG. Oh, he said, not if I'm on duty, sir. So I got sleeper cell over there, Tony. Got you. Okay. All right, bet. So these were the stats from the game. Panthers and Cardinals. Again, like I said on the screen here, Panthers won 33-30 in a thriller. Okay, so now let's move on to the next topic. Okay, stock up, stock down. All right, and some of y'all already discussed this a little bit, and some of the players that y'all mentioned. Anybody else that you want to talk about, or either you can revisit some of the ones y'all already talked about, and who showed up during this game and who did it. Pop, I'm gonna let you go first this time.
Well, I'm gonna probably talk about Tony's favorite player, Will Lee. I had to go back and look at some things, and
Mm-hmm.
actually, Will Lee did better than what I thought.
Yeah,
Double
he did.
double teamed a lot. He got pushed back a little bit, but overall, I think he did a pretty good damn job. I was looking at so
Mm-hmm.
many people, so that's why I had to go back and look. But he did a pretty good job. I can see with Derek Brown out there and the rest of the other fellas where his job is going to be a lot easier. But for what he
Mm-hmm.
did, a round of applause to him, man. Good job. Because I've seen worse. I've seen worse. So that's all I wanted to say. I think his
Okay,
stock is actually up.
hold on. All right, there you go. All right. Anybody stock down?
Ooh. Mm. Yeah, I would say. I mean, I don't want to be too harsh on these guys. I really don't because it's
Mm-hmm.
it's their first time being out there. I felt like, and I got to shout out Tony on this one too. Wheatley should have got more shine than what he's been getting because a lot of the attention has been going to Willie.
Mm-hmm.
Willie got cooked a couple times. I mean, I understand it's first time out there, but if you really look at it, Zakee Wheatley probably should have been the person that they should have been talking about a little bit more. Also,
Mm-hmm.
Kuwatch. Kuwatch was everywhere. He had about 5 tackles, but I always notice him around the ball. As he gets a little more acclimated and used to the playbook, I think we might have a sleeper in the future. Not right now, not next year, but maybe around year 3, you'll really start to see the effect that Kuwatch can bring to the team as a role player.
Okay. All right.
That's the proper outlook. CJ,
Yeah, thank you kindly.
my mama used to always say, "A lie don't care who tell it, as long as it get told." Right? You ever heard
Facts.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes, sir.
yeah.
I
When
told my
Papa
oldest
made
son
a
that
comment,
yesterday.
yeah. When Papa said that Will Lee is my favorite player, like I sir, no, nobody's never heard me say that. But you know how Papa do. But anyway, I just want to throw that out there. But yeah, all praise to Zakiya Wheatley. He was everything as advertised. He
Not
looked
all
like
praise.
he didn't miss a step from
Uh-huh.
Penn State to the Panthers. Now, albeit, you know, a realistic, not gonna get too high, but I was impressed. I was impressed. I love to see when he was playing single high safety, how quick he was to trigger and come downhill and fill a running gap, fill the lane.
Mhm.
Sometimes coming down here and being the first to the ball carrier. You know,
Facts.
there was no arm tackling. He was putting his face mask right in there. You know, whether it was in the chest, on the hip, or whatnot. So he did real good. So yeah, I definitely have to give him stock up on that, along with Jimmy Horn Jr. Because not only did he have the most targets, the most receptions, and the most yards, he had a pretty good kickoff return. I think for like 26 yards. So that was good as well. My stock down, and I'm like popping. I don't want to be too yes, he did force the fumble. They're trying to give credit to Shaw Smith Wade, but he clearly came with the peanut punch.
He did.
When they tackled Bam Knight, on that carry. So yeah.
Mhm.
Um and you guys have heard me talk about this young man. I try to get people to temper their expectations. Somebody put that extra clip on him that I saw on YouTube yesterday, so I got to see more of what he did in the game. So I wouldn't say it was stock up or stock down because from what I saw, it was just what I expected. And I'm talking about Lee Hunter. Um,
Mhm.
you saw sometimes, um, on double teams, he I guess you could say he held the point of attack.
Mhm. I
He
think he
didn't get
did.
no push, or he what the defense they call this technique is called a corkscrew. When they
Mhm.
get hit with a double team, they drop the one knee and then they bounce back up. But it was just some things that I saw technique wise that he needed to clean up. Stacking and shedding is not one of his things. So you using his hands on the inside. I don't, excuse me, I ain't gonna get all into all that technique stuff. But anyway, yeah, I would say it was even kill with him. I'm not gonna give him a stock down or a stock up. It was just even kill because it was exactly what I expected.
Okay. Now I would say this. I think, like you said, Tony Lee Hunter needs some technique work, but who better to have in the same defensive line room next to you than Derek Brown? I think he gonna be okay. Now, mind you, Lee Hunter did he got laid out one time, but it was kind of a blindside hit. Lee Hunter was he disengaged and turned to his right. I don't think he was looking at whoever the offensive lineman was. Laid him out. I mean, laid him slap out. And I looked back and I was like, damn. I said, now any other that'd have been us. That'd have been a damn flag. We've been going back 15 yards.
Did it?
But
Did the offensive lineman hit him or somebody? I thought he got stepped on. It looked like he
no,
got stepped on.
offensive lineman threw a shoulder into him and knocked his ass to the
Oh,
ground. Yeah,
oh, I
yeah,
got you.
yeah.
I
He
got
he
you.
wasn't even looking at old buddy. Old boy kind of looked like I see you, mother. Pop, and knocked him slap to the damn ground. I mean, yo,
Yeah.
but yeah, I saw some times where the double teams got him. He couldn't do anything. I like you said, I did see some instances where he held up at the point of attack. He didn't get pushed back, but he didn't get to a lot of push into the backfield. And I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
and sometimes that's what I be hoping for. Um, with some of these plays. where, you know, our defensive linemen can kind of just hold up. And then if the quarterback gets pushed out of the pocket, they can be there to kind of, you know, to be able to tackle him before he get too far. Now that necessarily wasn't the case neither, because, you know, Carson Beck and I forgot the other QB, you know, they were able to step up in the pocket, you know, make some throws and this and that. But I think Lee, he's got a lot of room to improve. And yeah, and I think he will. I think he will. He didn't blow the wheels off or anything, but you know, he also didn't make you just look and be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe what I'm seeing." You know, he's great. You know, but yeah. Let
If
me
you will,
see.
can I ask a quick question, CJ?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do y'all have a stock up or stock down on number 20?
Who?
Number 20, the
Oh,
quarterback.
Thunderbird. Oh man, let me tell you, they should have left him in Canton. They should have made him walk home like that dude walked from Philly to California. Gave him a little cart and some Gatorade and some granola bars and and chucked the deuces to him. Oh my God. Now I know that you know Will Lee got burnt on the play. But Thunderbird, Jesus Christmas. God, he was getting torched out there all night. Hey, and real quick, shout out to Jermaine, JP Shepard. Said, what could we line about today? What's good with you, dog? Yeah, we on here giving our opinions, man. That's all. Hey, appreciate the $2 super chat as always, big dog. Hey, and good to see you back, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. But yeah, number 20. Yeah, bro. Get him up out of here. Yeah, he showed enough on Thursday. He showed enough. But again, as I like to always say, I am not the GM of the Panthers. I am the GM of my household, and I'm talking about the Panthers. So yeah. All right, cool. But also I want to say I agree. Stock up is the key, Wheatley. Also, what's my man name on defense that they signed? If I can't remember his name, and I'm looking at the thing. Garcia. I can't remember his name. Is it Elijah Garcia? I don't
Oh
know
yeah,
if he
yeah. I
is
like
Yeah,
on.
Elijah
Garcia. Garcia
Garcia,
was nice.
the defensive tackle.
Man, hey, Elijah Garcia, what was putting in a little bit of work. Cam Gill. I like Cam Gill. If I'm not mistaken, no, I don't think he got a sack or anything, but Cam Gill had he had a good rating out there, you know, as far as PFF. And again, you know, we had a whole debate about PFF the other day over on Freddie's channel. You know, so take what you want with PFF. But I did see Elijah Garcia get into the backfield a few times. Jared Harrison Hunt looked good out there. He was getting in the backfield, ended up getting a sack. You know what I mean? So yeah. Hey, and also real quick, shout out to Tip Drill Will for the $5 super chat. Will Robinson demands that keep pounding, fellas. Thank you, Will. Thank you. I appreciate that as always, big dog. But yeah, who else? Oh, let me tell you this. Shout out to I would say shout out to the offensive line. Once it felt like the real plays started coming in. Okay, because in those first two drives, they looked kind of out of sorts, especially in the run game. All right, now I know that there was probably a defensive not change up, but the lineup change. You know, you probably getting more third stringers, you know, in there as well. But even still, hey, let me tell you, and I know it was against second and third stringers, but even Stone Cold Forsyth, okay, he actually looked halfway decent out there. All right, I didn't see him
Absolutely.
get. I'm just, I gotta give credit where I see it. Okay, I didn't see, you know, I ain't see him give up 2 sacks, you know, which seemed like what he damn averaged the game last year. You know, he looked decent. Who was the other backup tackle? Let me see. Albert Reese. Okay, Albert Reese. Sam Heck. Sam Heck caught a lot of flack the other night as well, but he had some good reps in there too. Okay,
Or the body.
but yeah, but now I will say this too. Okay. And hold on, before I get there, let me catch up on the comments real quick. Pastor Trenches, we want the technique stuff from you. Lee Hunter looked every bit a rookie. Yep. Said, let's back up. The way the ref is how regular season games should go. They let them play and only called egregious things. That's part of why the game was fun. Yeah, you ain't gonna
I
get that
agree.
in the you ain't gonna get that in the regular
Yeah.
season. It's gonna be some
A lot of
bullshit somewhere.
real quick before you go on, CJ, a lot
Mm-hmm.
of people, even the national media, was talking about that, how they were allowing the guys to play, let the players determine the outcome of the game, how they were
Mm-hmm.
impressed by that. So not only us as fans noticed that, the national media noticed that as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. So Lee was getting double. He played fine. Okay. Said, don't forget to hit him with the car 3 times. Talking about Thunderbird. Major Keys. What's up? He said, crazy. I see a lot of fans saying the King injury is mysterious to help the competition of Bryce. So y'all come up with anything. We're gonna get into that in here in a little bit. Let me see. Kent Sullivan, what's going on with you? He said, what's up, fellas? He said, I know too many Thunderbirds. Uh-oh. Said, yeah, Willie is a man corner. All right. Yes, thank you, Nakari. Elijah. Yep. Let me see. Zakee Wheatley looked rather decent. Yeah, he did. They could have left Caleb Evans with Thunderbird. You know what?
Exactly.
I agree. I agree, but you know what though? He probably gonna make the team. Well, no, hold on. Let me think about that. He might not. This might be the year that they actually cut him, because he's been like that. The last cornerback on the roster, I want to say, for the past 2 years. Depending on what Will Lee do. Yeah. Okay.
And those other two undrafted rookies, Devontae Smith and Cam Miller.
Yes. 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 Oh, hey, and I know he didn't have much time out there, but slight stock up to Devonta Smith as well. All right.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? Thank you, Jermaine. Thank you. Hey, stock up to Isaiah Simmons. Let me tell you, I want to see Isaiah Simmons get some burn with I would love to see him get some burn with the first team. I know that's going to be kind of far fetched in this preseason. I would love to see for it happen, if not just a few plays. You know what I mean? Because my thing is, you got him. He's a physical specimen. See exactly what you got out of you. See what exactly you're gonna get out of him if he's out there in pressure situations. You know what I mean? I know it's a
Right.
preseason, but still, you got to see what you got out of him, and and not against the third team. You know what I mean? I know he's third on the roster as far as he's third down the depth chart at the safety spot, but still, man, get that man some significant burn, and let's see what we can get out of him before they because they might cut him unless they keep five safeties. They make a spot for him. Now, mind you, I will say this. If they end up not keeping AJ Dillon and they keep Isaiah Simmons, I'll take it. It's kind of like the two players that I really want to make the team. I'll take one of them.
Uh, how
I'll
did
take one of them.
how did he look Thursday night? How was his
Well,
play?
he only got in a few plays, but he had a
Uh,
couple pass breakups, if I'm not mistaken. I know he had one. He had another play, but I ain't gonna lie, it's foggy. I got to go back and look exactly at the at the play. But it was 2 times where oh god, let me see. Hold on. Tari says so he had PBUs. Okay, so he had 2 pass breakups. But yeah, like I said, I think he did pretty good. But he was only in there a limited amount of time. So, but we'll see. All right.
right.
Let me keep catching up with some of these comments here. He said make Anthony Tyus walk with Funderburg. That's Scooter making. Hey, he just said, what? He's that Tony? He said, what's up, old black? Oh, God. Said, told you
I hate
Stone
that
is the
dude.
man. What's up, Mo? No, he said, Heck struggled, in my opinion. He had some plays, where the defender got the best of him, but he did make a few good plays as well. It was kind of you know, it was kind of I would say an even kill night for him. You know, he had ups, he had downs. You know what I mean? But hey, let me see. Rashad said Heck was getting manhandled.
He was some of the plays that I saw. I was like, ooh,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
I like. Listen, I was impressed with that boy coming out of college. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm still real high on him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm still real
Mm-hmm.
high on him. But yeah, he did not look good Thursday night.
Yeah. But I mean, I can say it wasn't all bad. It wasn't all bad. He had some good reps. But yeah, he did get manhandled a few times. Yes, he did. Let me see.
Can I
Cedric, what's
throw a
going
stop?
on?
Oh, God, go ahead.
Oh, hold on, real quick. We need to keep AJ Dillon though. Need this type of running back for this team. I agree. And hey, and thank you, Candy Girl. Said support the channel by hitting that like button. So thank you for that. So this is a good pause moment right here. So, you know, we're almost an hour in. If you like the content, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Okay. At the very least, like it, watch the videos, watch the reels. You know, that's the let me see that's tier one support. You know, y'all support the channel for free. Just make sure you like the videos, make sure you watch the lives, everything like that. All right. If the spirit moves you on this Sunday and as Cool Kev started off the collection plate, if it moves you, you know, y'all can throw me a super chat. You can hit my Cash App. The ad is right there on the top left of the screen at Armchair GMCJ. And again, I appreciate all the love and support. And for my fellas that I got right here with me, make sure y'all go and check out Unbiased Opinion Sports Talk. We're streaming on there right now as well. But he also streams Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. All right. So make sure you go check out the morning kickoff. And also make sure you check out Poppin's channel. Put them paws on them. Okay. Make sure you go over and check out Put Them Paws on them as well. And anybody else I forgot. I know Freddie, the Ville Kid. Go make sure you check out Freddie's channel as well. Anybody else channel in the chat I forgot, let me know and I'll shout y'all channel out as well. And again, like I said, make sure you hit that like button. Appreciate you, Candy Girl. Thank you for that. All right, Papa, you wanted to say something. I'm sorry. Go ahead, bud.
Yeah, I want to nominate a stock down. He is the Carolina Panthers' new. Since he got here, he's the new crash out. I called him that as soon as we drafted him.
Mm.
Ransom, ransom, bro. I love the
You said stock.
tenacity.
Oh, you said
Stock
stock
down,
up.
stock no,
Stock down
stock
on Lathan?
down on Latham. You would
Okay.
think after what he went through last year, through the experience, and yes, he was put in a bad situation when we went against the Saints. You know about that hit. That hit he laid
Mm.
on that guy on the Cardinals,
Mm.
straight to the head, man. Now I'm not a fan of
Mm.
CTE, and I don't think he is either.
Exactly.
But
Mm.
and trust me, I like the hard hitting everything, but we have to go with what the NFL is doing. They don't, you got to be able. If you go look at Luke Kuechly's hits, he positioned himself to hit guys hard, but how he
Mm.
hit them, he was a specialist at that.
Mm.
Ransom just goes out there with his hair on fire and like he got icy hot on his balls. Bruh, you gotta do a better job on how you take your angles at hitting because stuff like that is gonna get us caught up and everybody gonna be complaining. Well, the referees did this and no, it's your ass that can't not do your job the right way. You have to make sure you do that because you can cause us to lose a game on hits like that. That's all I gotta say on him.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And Papa hitting it with
Yep.
the you can't not. I'm sorry, Pop. You Tony, you wanna say something?
No, I was just gonna say I've been saying the same. I was saying the same thing that Poppin just said about that hit from Lathan Ransom. Like I heard some people like, yeah, that's what I want to see. This and that, blah blah blah. I'm like, no, that's not what I want to see because in the regular season game, that would have been
Mm-hmm.
15 yards. He would have been disqualified, kicked out the game, and God forbid if it would have been a critical down situation. He has to learn how to take his helmet out of the equation. Big shots like that is not worth it at the end of the day. And I don't know if that's how he split his face and was bleeding or
Mm.
whatnot. Luckily, the
Oh, he
wide receiver
was.
hopped up. Wide receiver, some. Luckily, the wide receiver hopped up like wasn't nothing to it. Maybe that's why the refs didn't call it. But
Mm.
yeah, I did not like that hit at all. It was a bang bay play. I mean, a bang
Okay.
bay play, and he could have made a better hit instead of hitting that man inside his head. I ain't like it.
Okay, I got you. I can agree with that. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't take a second look at it. I was just like, ooh. And I'm not gonna lie. I was like, well, hell, he ain't getting no flag for it. Okay, bet. You know, okay, I got you. Fair point, y'all. Hey, shout out to Freddie for the $2 super chat. He said, appreciate the shout out, Big CJ. Hey, anytime, Freddie. Anytime, big dog. Okay, so all right, let me show my not my disappointment, but my just shock that nobody mentioned this player right here, Princely. You know, because there was a lot said about Princely during the live, you know, and after the live. And while I got the thing up here, I said, okay, so did he get worked or did he even try? What do y'all think?
Yeah,
Chat?
I wasn't really checking for Princely. I did see a couple plays. I mean, I guess I really couldn't tell. I really wasn't paying attention if it was a run play or a pass play or whatnot. So like I said, I wasn't really checking for him, CJ. So I can't really comment on his performance. I don't know how much he played or nothing.
Okay. Well, he let me see. He was in for like the first 2 or 3 series. Hey, and real quick, hey, Mr. Hunky Dory, thank you for the $2 super chat. He said icy hot on the family jewels or ransom. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Hold on. Kevin said Freddie Izzy blocked me. Oh Lord. Hey, Rock
Oh
Jones, what's
Lord, y'all
going
get
on? I said, I understand, but it's football. Stop being soft velvet.
go to hell, Rob.
Okay, so all right. So and okay, Poppin, what's your thoughts on Princely? Because shout out to the real ball watcher on X. He put up a clip of Princely's snaps. And I meant to do the same thing, but I saw his on there and I figured I would just share it. But make sure I give him his proper shout out. Shout out to the real ball watcher on X and YouTube. Y'all make sure y'all go check out his channel as well. Some great stuff over there. But what's your thoughts, Poppin?
Honestly, I knew Prince was out there, but I wasn't really paying him attention. I just wasn't.
Okay. All right, cool beans, cool beans. It was funny because during the live we were talking a lot about Princely. We really were. Hey, and shout out to JP, man. He said for the $5 super chat, Princely's mouth talks bigger than his actual game is. LOL. Hey, and you know, and I'm glad you brought that up because if I'm not mistaken, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong, somebody asked Princely what he was gonna be doing during the Hall of Fame game, and he said he was gonna be in the tracksuit or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember that.
So, okay, all right, cool. And again, shout out to you, JP, man. Appreciate that. All right, so let me bring this up here real quick. Take this off, put this on here. All right, so this is all of his snaps, if I'm not mistaken, from the game. Okay. Okay. Now, mind you, that is back up. They got him. He's playing right tackle, but they got him his backup left tackle on the depth chart. Okay. So we go back, take this rep right here again. You know, now reason why I bring this up because I don't you know that's why I put in the thing. Did he even try,
He swiped
or
too
did he
early.
really? They what now?
He swiped too early.
Okay, all right. Let's keep it going here. All right, here's another rep. And like I said, reason why I'm saying this, you know, it's preseason. So y'all let me know as we go through these clips here. Does it look like he's, you know, giving it his all? You know what I mean? And I know, like I said, it's preseason, you know, but you still, I don't know. I don't want to say that you know he's You know what I mean? I don't know. It just doesn't look like
Well, if you look at the court, I mean, Carson was
he ain't
getting the
have a lot of
ball out of his
time.
hand real quick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was like a 2-step drop right there. 1, 2,
Yeah.
bang, pause. Then he
Other
got
way.
out of there.
Mm-hmm.
But see, like he got
Yeah.
no power on his power rush.
Mm-hmm.
And swipe didn't connect.
Mm-hmm.
Center just rolled him right
Ball
around
gone.
the quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But yeah. So okay. So hold on. Let me see. Hold on, let me put this up here. What's up, Ken 88? He said Wallace is a disappointment, shaking my head. Yeah, he got a clip of Wallace too on that. It wasn't a touchdown pass, it was a pass. Old buddy caught the ball and they dropped them at like the half-inch line. And Wallace was just out there like, oh shoot, I gotta go that way. Oh, okay, bet. Let me see. In the car said he not trying. Said he has way more burst than that. He said and bend. He ain't try.
Facts.
JP said Princey can't afford not to try, especially when he isn't a starter. Okay. Let me see. Marquise, what's going on? Said he has no technique. Bring Brian Burns back. I wishful thinking, dog. Wishful thinking. Kev said Princey was getting work. Um, Said, yeah, Tony, he needs to build his frame. Oh boy, here we go. All right, let me do like Cabinet Carl. Play my theme music. You know, he was that dun dun dun. Eternal, what's up? So ever gonna look at this tape? I'm not putting him in over my face. You know, and that's why I brought this up. Okay, because like I said, we just talked last week. You had Jalen Phillips. He got on up at the podium after practice and said he feels like Princely is the most talented rusher on the team. Okay, and he's excited to see his development. And again, I know this is a preseason game, but I'm looking at this and I'm just like, I don't know if he's giving it his all out here. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And that's what, and I ain't gonna lie. I'm hoping that was the case. I really am. Because if he was out there giving 100% effort, bro, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
I'm
don't. I would be hard pressed to say he was giving
boy.
100% effort.
Oh,
Hard pressed.
okay. Okay. I mean, I'm just sitting there like, and my thing is too. You know, I don't know if the tracksuit comment had anything to do with it. I don't know if he felt like, he shouldn't be out there. You know what I mean? Because as you see, Trevin Wallace played, okay, Princely played,
Mhm.
and shoot, that was really about and Shaw Smith Wade. Okay, those were three people because Trevin Wallace is going to be a starter at linebacker. Shao Smith Wade, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be your starting nickel corner, and he's going to be in coverage at the linebacker spot, not linebacker, safety spot as well. You know, those were three people I did not expect to see out there playing, and that's why I bring this up. But even still, though, if you are Princely, do you really want to go out there and put this on tape? You know what I mean?
That's
Now,
facts.
mind
There
you,
you go,
it
CJ.
if he had an agreement with the coaches, something we don't know about, then that's one thing, and I shut the hell up. You know what I mean? But my thing is this: if this is what you go out there and put on tape, dog, like yeah, I hope this was a situation where you weren't really trying, because we've seen flashes of Princely last season. Okay, and I really want to say from everything that I've seen, I know he got way more than this against whoever the hell number 78 is. You know what I mean? So
He he didn't even try his patented spin move not one time.
not one time. Rock Jones said that's the difference between Scorton and Princely. Yeah. Said Princely needs to bulk up. JP said plenty of fans overrated Wallace because of his 15 tackle game. Now, mind you, I will say this. I do think that Wallace will benefit from, Devin Lloyd being out there on the field with him. You know, like we was talking about Was it earlier this week or last week, Tony, when we feel like Trevin Wallace is going to be, more in the box than out in coverage per se? But
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, he's gonna be more that on he's gonna be your on ball linebacker like he is
Gotcha.
right here in
Okay.
this play right here.
Okay. I got you. Let me see. Go back and watch his actual reps from last season. This was like, and I agree, Nicole, I agree. Said Prince is giving low effort. That might be worse. Exactly, exactly. And that's the thing. I'm just like, like, bruh, I and I'm just speculating here. I don't know anything, and I'm hoping that Princey has a great season, but at the same time, it's just like, ugh. You know what I mean? Like I tell my son all the time, my youngest son, I'm just like, you may not want to do something, okay, but you go out there and you still put your effort into it if you have to do it. You get what I'm saying? Um,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, yeah. I brought this up because I just I knew good and well when I put up that stock up, stock down slide. I thought maybe the first or second player that anybody would mention will be Princely, but I guess it worked out because now I get to put my slide up there and go through the plays and whatnot and call it a day. All right, cool, 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 cool. Let me go through some more comments here. Corey Thornton, the starter, nickel. Okay. Trevin might play himself out of starting. No, no, he won't. I highly doubt it because my thing is there's not that much behind him. You know what I mean? Now
Exactly.
Bam Martin Scott was a rookie last year, did not get many reps. We know we got in Claude and Shirellis, and not a dig at Claude and Shirellis, but Claude and Shirellis is probably not better than Trevin Wallace. Okay. Kuwach is a 7th round pick, and he's going to take some time. He's going to have to take some time to learn. I don't know if he's going to be thrust into anything, as of yet. I forgot the other linebacker that's vying for a job as well. But yeah, nah. Well, we'll see. He gonna have to play, just straight ass water for Evero not to put him out on the field. But we'll see. Oh, okay, gotcha. Eternal says Shaw Smith Wade and pass coverage is a liability. Them boys be getting burnt outside of JC and Mike Jack. Okay, gotcha. Smith Wade doesn't seem like an everyone type of
He
cornerback.
mean
Okay.
Evero. He mean Evero.
Okay, got you. Avero, got you. Okay. Said I need to get on my computer so I can have a wrench on my name and feel important too. Let me see. J. said he had 2
That's
pressures,
your
1 QB
cousin.
hit.
That's your cousin, Navar. Nakari, that's your cousin.
Prince just need to mature a little bit. I got you. Rashad said Wallace breakout season low. And I pray for it. He said it's more Wallace injuries. Hey, well, okay. I give him a little bit on that. He has been hurt. Corey Thornton trash, or let me guess, he wasn't trying to put up effort either. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay. Now that you bring it up, I'm not gonna lie to you. Corey Thornton could have played better the other night as well. He damn sure could have played better the other night. Yeah. Now, and I say the same thing I said about Princely. We have seen Corey Thornton in game situations step up and play well, just like we've seen Princely. You know what I mean? So I don't know the situation with Corey Thornton. But I mean, he is coming off of I forgot what injury he had. I don't know if it was a knee injury or what. But fair point, Eternal. Fair point. Fair point. He said, "Nah, Corey was getting cooked." I agree. Yeah, yeah. Let me see. What's up, Ghost Daddy? How you doing? He said, "Stock up XL just because I can." I got you. I got you. Okay, let me see. It's Corey's first action back from injury. I'm giving him benefit of the doubt. Princely coming back from the bench. Okay, I got you. All right. So, any more on Princely here before we move on, fellas?
Yeah, I'm gonna say something real quick. Princely, if you don't
Go
have a
for it.
good year this year, you'll be in the WWF or the WCW or ECW. Yeah, you better tighten up, my guy. I'm batting for you, but boy. You better bring
Mm,
effort, or yeah, we'll see you on
okay.
wrestling. or something ladder match or something. Because you can't do that.
Not him going out there to AEW.
Dang.
Oh my God. Dang, popping. Okay. Goddamn 50 cal, boy. Doop, doop, doop. So I'm telling you how the hell it is. You're gonna be off this damn team. Okay, I got you. All right, bet.
Yeah. I just hope we see more effort from him Saturday against Buffalo.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. All right, bet. Okay, so like I said, for those just joining, that was the question we were talking about. Did Prince he get work or he didn't try? Okay. Before we move on off of this, I would classify this as more of, he wasn't giving 100% out there. All right, it didn't look like it to me, because but at the same time, if I was him, I still wouldn't want to put this out on tape. But it's a preseason game, Hall of Fame game, so we'll find out. Because my thing is this, I see the flashes in Princely, um, 3rd round pick. I think he can be pretty damn good this season. He's got high praise from his fellow outside linebacker, Jalen Phillips. So we'll see how it all turns out. All right. Okay, so let's get into this last slide right here. If I can hit the button. Okay. So I put this up here because as you all know, all right, the Panthers have been hit with injuries this offseason like crazy. And on a short that I did the other day, I was like, yo, I feel like I'm in, a reverse Thor movie where it's just like whosoever the Panthers believe in, if he be worthy, shall have the power of rehab. It's almost like that's what Odin whispered in the Mjolnir and threw it on the Panthers practice field this season. You know what I mean? And I say that because I got Taylor Moton in the background right there. Now mind you, wasn't a training camp injury, but he got a blood clot. So he's got to deal with that. You got Chris Brazzell out for the season, torn LCL. You got Nick Scorton out for the season, torn ACL. Okay, and those three in the background, three Panther players that the organization and us Panther fans believe in. Now, mind you, Brazzell hasn't taken a single snap in a game, before he got hurt, but the expectation and the enthusiasm was there. Okay, we all want to see Nick Scorton build off of a solid season last year that he had as a rookie. Okay, then you throw this in and you get Haynes King, who went out there and had a great Hall of Fame game, and then the next day he is hurt. Okay, so I bring this up because ever since they announced that Haynes King is hurt, the theories have been swirling around, and as you all know, the main one that came up was Haynes King is not hurt. Okay, they're pretending Haynes King is hurt because he made Bryce look bad. All right. So or they're afraid that he might go out there and ball out this season and it might be bad look for Bryce or whatever. Okay. So I had to bring that up, because mind you, I ain't gonna lie. Let me tell you, I was happy. I was happy as hell with Haynes King out there. You know what I mean? All I want to see every player that played for the Panthers go out there and ball out. So two questions I got for the chat and for the panel. All right. So number one, okay, do you think that now with this setback, do you think there's still a chance for Haynes King to push for a QB2 spot? Because I'm gonna tell y'all all out here flat out right now. Y'all know good and well Bryce is gonna be the starter. Okay. For everybody, and I know it's wishful thinking and people just hate Bryce, and that's what you want to do. I ain't mad at you at all. Okay. There was a point in time I hated Nick Scott. All right. But, so do y'all think that this is going to set him back? Because, I'm not going to lie. After that game, I was like, okay, bet he gonna push for QB2, and if he keep having games like this, he probably gonna get QB2. All right, so that's question one. And question number two: do you think this was a conspiracy on the Panthers to one, keep him from upstaging Bryce, or two, do you think this might have been a move to stash him away to keep other teams from getting him? Because mind you, they giving Kenny Pickett a base salary of like 1.2 million, and if they cut him, they're going to take a $4 million cap hit. All right, so I know that was a lot. So if y'all need me to repeat any of that, just let me know. But Tone, you go first. One, do you think that this is going to hamper his QB2 opportunity? And do you
Yes.
think it's a big ass conspiracy?
No.
All right. Elaborate a little bit. Yes. No.
Yes, it's going to hamper his ability to be QB2, because like we always say, in the regular season, and it goes for the preseason too. The best ability is availability. So if you're not available to
Facts.
fight for that spot, then that spot won't be there for you. You know what I'm saying? Next man up. So right now, the next man up is Cal Trask. So if Kenny Pickett missed the rest of preseason, Cal Trask has
Mm-hmm.
got 3 games to prove his worth. Is he um is he better than Haynes King to solidify that QB3 spot, or is he better than Cal? I mean um oh boy. Um
Kenny
that
Pickett?
number 2 quarterback. Kenny Pickett. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is he better than QB2? So right now, as it stands, Cal Trask has a better chance to be QB3 than Haynes King.
Okay.
Until we get further information about his hamstring injury. Hopefully Dave says something about it today. I think they practiced today. Um, they initially came out and said it was week to week. I'm pretty sure they're going to get asked about it in a press conference sometime today. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll definitely find out more. Um, no, I don't. I don't think it's a conspiracy. Um,
Really?
when the news broke, people ran wild with it on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Some content creators went live last night. I seen in the comments some of the conspiracy theory things coming up that people was talking about. But in my humble opinion, I don't think so. I don't think it's a conspiracy theory. I don't think Dave or Dan operates like that. So that's just me.
Okay. Pop, what you think?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. So I have to I have to entertain it to certain levels.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I remind y'all, there was once upon a time where y'all favorite quarterback, Bryce Young, um, was injured. We didn't know how.
Yeah.
He didn't know when. He didn't know where. He didn't even know who did it.
That
And
Jets game?
that Jets game.
Yeah.
Now, all of a
Always bringing
sudden,
up old
Haynes
shit.
King is uh is all of a sudden hurt. Now, I've been hearing rumors or conspiracy that they don't want to actually lose him because they know somebody that's gonna pick him up, and that they
Swoop
was
him
kind of
up.
trying to
Yeah.
keep some of the playbook subtle for certain other quarterbacks
Mm-hmm.
so that they could stash him. Um, Listen, we can't put nothing past the game. We know that it's a game. You got to play it. Any way that I can stash you, I'm gonna stash you. I mean, why ain't it possible that they say, "Hey, man, we just gonna just throw this out there and say, your little sword,
Mm-hmm.
because we trying to keep you, and it works out in your behalf because you have a decent backup quarterback at your number two. So I'm not saying that it's not possible that he's really hurt. I'm not saying it's not possible that he isn't hurt. I'm just saying I just know it's a game, and everybody's playing it a different way. Are we playing chess or checkers? That's all I got to say on that one.
Okay. All right, bet. I appreciate you, T Thompson. He said the Panthers press conference is live right now. So y'all want to take a look at that real quick?
Yeah, no doubt. And Papa
right.
Ray Shock said, "Stop with your BS, sir."
I will not.
All right. Hold on. Let me share this. All right. So let me go back here. And
we've had a lot of great
can
football
y'all hear the audio?
conversations, on the
Let me
side,
go
and
back to
just
when he
hearing how
started.
he processes, how he thinks about the game.
Oh, Dave already talked, huh?
Mm-hmm. Can y'all hear the
That
audio?
super chat. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
All right. Hold on. Let me pause that. All right, real quick. Jay Hudge, 1246. Thank you for the $5 super chat. To not for nothing, but PFF graded Prince Umami Allen with 82 in the Hall of Fame game. Really? Oh, I gotta go back and take a look at that. Okay. All right, cool. All right, appreciate. Hey, and again, thank you for the $5 super chat, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right, let's go back and see what Bryce got to say here.
Turn it up some, CJ, if you can.
Yeah, I got it. How's it go?
Okay.
Yeah. Shoot, I try to pick his brain about any and everything. One of the best football minds to ever play. Was so cool just being able to be there. Be a part of it. Watch him, walk down the field, and then day after get to hear the speech and everything. Having him around is such a privilege. Really embodies what it means to be a Panther, be a pro, everything. So I think that every time he's in the building, and he's so gracious with his time. He interacts with all of us. You could ask most everyone who's at least been here for a substantial amount of time, and they've had conversations.
Assuming he's talking about Luke Kuechly.
And he's always willing to, comment on stuff. And I think what's so important is he's always commenting to try and improve and give. It's not that we would have done this X Y Z. This is wrong. It's just having those little gems. So we've all gotten a ton from him being around.
Bryce, Dave said these starters played 10 to 20 plays. I mean, you've had years where you did play, you've had years where you did play in the preseason. What is sort of your preference on that?
Yeah, no, I'm excited.
Okay, so I think he said that Dave said the starters will play 10 to 20 plays. I'm guessing that's going to be this Saturday coming up against the Buffalo Bills. And let me tell you, I might miss that because our eyes going to be on vacation.
I'm excited to just be able to go out there with the guys. Anytime you get to play football live in a stadium, it's a privilege. Especially being able to go out there last week, you're around it. Obviously wasn't playing, but just you get that itch again. So I'm excited. I think it's a great opportunity for us as well. Again, get to go up against another team, go up live, hit someone else. I think it's going to be great for our process.
About that moment, that last week, you had a big smile on your face after the game. I'm assuming it had to do with winning, but also Haynes. Describe that moment for us.
Yeah, it was so cool to see. Haynes has been working so hard. He's looked great his whole time throughout OCA.
All right, so the question was, he was asking him about the big smile he had on his face after the ending of the Hall of Fame game.
Throughout camp. So I wasn't shocked at all with how great he performed, how great he operated, how well he handled a lot of situations. We had some guys that got in 2 days before the game, and for things to go so smoothly, those guys coming in obviously did a great job and put a lot of work as well. But Haynes just making sure everything was going well. It's a lot of stuff you don't see. Headsets went off at one point, and Kane did a great job of maneuvering that. So I was just proud of the whole QB room. Again, they worked so hard. So seeing that live and in a moment like that was really fun.
Bryce, were you listening in? Did you have the earpiece in and listening into the coaching discussions on play calls and stuff like that?
Yeah.
All right, so he asked him, did he have his earpiece in, listening in to the play calling and stuff going on?
What was your impression of how Brad called the plays?
Yeah, I think he did a great job. Great job of of executing the game plan. Great job of being that one call ahead of having good rhythm. Mixing and blending, being balanced. And then also, recognizing, having feel for what the defense is in, what they want to do, and then, being fast with a counter. It's such a high level game, and especially for that being his first time. He's called in other preseason games, but just start to bottom. It not being a drill, but really what he's going to do. I thought he handled it really, really well. So that was just fun to be on the headset. for all that. So we're all excited.
Bryce, in practice, what have you noticed about Devin Lloyd on the opposite side? How he's maybe lifted the defense, but also how he's communicated?
Yeah.
So you asked him right there, what does he notice about Devin Lloyd on the opposite side of the ball in practice?
He's definitely been a huge leader for us. He's been huge as far as, just setting the standard, holding everyone accountable, being vocal. He's the guy who's calling things out. Immediately when we break the huddle, he's the first person you hear making calls, giving tips, telling someone to slide over, telling someone to watch for this. And we've had a lot of great football conversations, on the side. And just hearing how he processes, how he thinks about the game, me picking his brain about what he's looking for, little tells he gets from when I'm playing, stuff like that. It's been huge for all of us.
Bryce, two top tackles are guard has had injury problems, but in the fourth quarter, the third and fourth stringers, they were creating nice holes and a clean pocket. What kind of depth is the team building with the offensive line?
Yeah.
All right, so he was telling him about the two tackles being hurt, Icky and Taylor Moton, and he was saying about the third and the fourth quarter, how the backups were making plays and opening holes for the run game.
The culture of that room has been so strong ever since I've been here. We've over the years, unfortunately, just had some. There's been so much shuffling.
Except for that first
for
season.
The standard to be what it's been throughout this whole time. Guys knowing it's next man up. People have to step up. They're not being any drop off. It again just speaks to the culture in that room. How hard those guys work. The coach is doing a great job. So I'm super grateful for that and have all the trust in the world in them.
Obviously a pretty young receiving core with you. How are you feeling about the growth of them this year? It seems like a lot of the younger guys, and then of course, a guy you played with in college, Sean Mechie, really starting to shine a little bit in that Hall of Fame game. How are we feeling?
Yeah, I feel great.
All right, they asked him about the young receiving core, how he's feeling about him. Talked about John Mechie and how you feel like he shined in the Hall of Fame game.
Great. I'm super excited for them to continue to grow. Just seeing how much intentionality they've had in practice, how much time and dedication they've had of trying to grow on the physical side, mentally, all that stuff. You start to see it come into fruition. Obviously, it's
sun went down.
Camp. We have a lot of growing as a team to do, and also I love so much that they have that mindset, knowing that job's not done. When there's a big play out here, people aren't getting big-headed and thinking. Everyone still has that growth mindset. So again, all of us still have a lot of work to do, but we're excited to do it.
I know that you and Kyle Trask didn't quite cross over in college, but in the SEC around the same time. What do you remember about seeing him play during that time, and how has he grown from what you've seen coming out here today?
Ask him about Kyle Trask and if he remembers their time playing in the SEC and what he's seen out of Kyle Trask.
Yeah. I wasn't playing, but SEC championship my freshman year. He was a quarterback there. He was lighting it up. And then just from following football and from being in the league, and then he was obviously with the staff in Tampa. And when I was getting here, learning the offense off a lot of Tampa clips and practice clips, I got to see a lot of them. So I have a ton of respect for him as a player. Been around him a couple of times outside of here as well, and he's always been a really cool guy. Him being in the room, it's been great, super professional. So yeah, we're excited for his addition.
Bryce, you seem to be in the midst of a really good training camp. What do you attribute that to, and do you think it matters? Like, will it carry over into the season?
He told him he seems to be in the midst of a really good, really good training camp, and he wants to know if he feels like that's going to carry over into the regular season.
Try to feed off the people around me. All of us are, pushing each other. Wanting to be at our best. Coaching staff challenging me, challenging all of us to take that next step system-wise. So it's just about having that growth mindset. And for me, I just try to be where my feet are, make sure I'm focused. Whatever happens in the future happens in the future. When you start thinking about that, you're not able to focus on where you're at. So for me, it's about right now that we got off the practice, making sure that when we get those meetings, I'm locked in to learn the stuff that I can be doing better, learn the conversations I need to have, stuff that we did right, emphasize all that. When tomorrow hits, it'll be about tomorrow. So that's all my focus at.
Hey, let me tell you, Bryce is going to make sure he's not going to answer those questions about how you feel like this is going to carry over, how you feel like this is going to translate. How do you feel about your expectations? How you feel about this? Bryce is like, man, I ain't worried about all that. I'm worried about the next day. You might worry about today, and then we'll see what happens tomorrow. Now, that's one thing I have noticed about him. He is not going to give you any answers on what kind of expectations he might have or anything like that.
Like taking it to another level this camp?
Again, it's just taking it day by day. I'm not a big sit back, reflect, compare. Doesn't really do anything for me. So I don't think about past like that. I'm happy with the camp we've had so far. I'm happy with the growth as a unit, but again, it's still early. We got a lot more to do.
Since learned it all from some of the slower starts September last year and the year before, does that get talked about at all, or is it just something you work on the individual stuff, the little things, and it takes care of itself? How do you guys approach that?
Yeah, we're always
They asked them about the slow starts and have they talked about that? And are they working on the little individual stuff, or does it take care of itself?
focusing on the details, make sure it's individual, and I think we're relying on the coaching staff with all that stuff too. Again, this year starting early, I think it's great. I love the challenge. I love the call for us to go out here and try to grow. And we trust coach in all those decisions. We know whatever call he makes, we're all on board. It's the best for the team. But we want to make sure that we're addicted to the process, process oriented. So we have the confidence. Again, this is where you build it in training camp. So we're just working on that process.
Anything else?
Sure. Appreciate you guys.
All right. Okay. So that was Bryce press conference just now. So what do y'all think? Y'all see anything different? Or
Nope.
to me that was just same old Bryce.
So same old. He doesn't install any type of confidence in the fans. And I wish he would. I wish he would say, "Man, I think we're going to have a good year." I mean, he don't have to elaborate that much, but it's the choice of words. Oh, I don't think about today. I'm thinking about tomorrow. It doesn't do anything for them. I can't worry about those things. I mean, come on, bro. Like I understand that you're not trying to give away, but nobody's asking you to give away the scheme. They're just asking, how do you feel about how things are going? Do you feel like y'all on a good path? Well, I don't worry about those things. I mean, bro, boo.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Pop. I'm not gonna lie. I feel the same way sometimes. It's just like, dude, we're not asking you for trade secrets, but it's just like, bruh, are you excited? Like, do you know what I mean?
Right.
And
Like,
yeah,
where is it
yeah.
at? Where is the, you know what I'm saying? You telling me you can't say anything that you're excited about getting paid millions and millions of dollars? Like, this is, I'd rather listen to Bill Belichick talk.
Oh god. Hey, Tar Heel Nation, stand up. Yeah. Okay. What you think, Tom?
Yeah, I just think it's just Bryce being Bryce, man. If that's
Yeah.
if that's who he is, that's just who he is. You know what I'm saying? He's been like this since he came to us.
Yeah.
He also knows and is aware of how the media can take the smallest little thing you say and scrutinize it and hold it against you. Oh,
True.
y'all remember when Bryce said he think we was gonna have a good season, and now we end up 4-13 to 5-12. People gonna go right back to that. So I don't blame him for being
Facts.
just the way he is. For
Facts.
people like
Hey.
Papa.
I swear that okay. I mean, I disagree. I got more out of him scratching than than anything.
Now,
You know what?
now,
Now, see what people are gonna dissect is how he snitched. Y'all ain't catch that, did you?
no.
Listen to what?
Yeah. Y'all see, y'all weren't listening. He said the microphone and headset stopped working for a second there. Are we still having headset issues getting plays called in?
How's
Yeah,
that
go.
snitching?
It was the preseason. Well, I mean, what you talking about?
Because we've had headset and communication problems in the past.
But this was the first preseason game, and he wasn't in the game.
That's not my point, Tony. It shouldn't be happening, period. But you did tell it.
But Poppy, if you got a piece of equipment that you haven't used in 6 to 7 months and you hook it up for the very first time, you may run across a slight little slight little problems here and there. And plus, remember this, they didn't play at an NFL stadium. They played at a refurbished stadium pretty much. So Canton, Ohio is not an up-to-date football stadium. Let's just be all the way clear about that. So
So
can't
you
put that
telling
on
me
the Panthers.
we use their equipment from our headsets and
No,
microphones and stuff like that from Canton,
no.
Ohio, or do we ship our
No,
own equipment there to?
what I'm saying to you is our stadium is $1 billion stadium. They stadium may cost a few $1 million, not even 100 million. That's a high school level stadium that they played at Thursday night. That's nowhere near where
What
they
that have to
play
do
at
with the
home.
connection of your headsets?
You don't get it. Go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead,
oh,
Papa.
okay. What I think, because the thing is, I highly doubt they're using the stadium's, equipment. I'm pretty sure that the Panthers and the Cardinals are bringing in their own stuff. You know, what I'm saying? Well, let me not say that because I don't know. I'm assuming. I'm assuming.
I'm pretty
But
sure they do too. They paying these guys, the
yeah,
equipment managers, and all those guys. They didn't use Canton, Ohio's football. They bring all
yeah.
their
So
own equipment.
so
So
so so
if,
so so
if
you
we talking about
took
the
that
top
moment.
tier,
Hold
mhm,
on,
So
Tony. Hold
you
on,
gonna
Tony. Go ahead,
take
Pop.
oh
Tony,
go
hold
ahead,
on, hold
bro.
on. Go ahead, Pop.
we talking about the best of the best. We're not talking about the UCF. We talking about the best of the best, the NFL. And if it's not, up to that tier, to me, that's a problem if you waited 6 months just to now hook up an equipment. That's a flaw by itself.
Mm-hmm.
That shouldn't be happening. Matter of fact, I wonder, do they even use the headsets when they're on the practice, when they actually do put on headsets and stuff like that, or when they get on the practice field and able to use full equipment? Are they practicing it then? They
Mm-hmm.
use loud noises, to
Simulate crowd noise.
simulate crowd noise. So all those things, when it comes to equipment and things that you use to give live representation of the game, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't it be up to par when it's going to a game? That's what I'm saying. But yeah, like I
Yeah.
said, he threw that out there, but he has nothing to say as far as, hey, I've been seeing some things that we have improved on, this, that, and other.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. Hey, but before you go, Tom, Rare Species made a good comment right here. He said, "Would you rather him be excited or focused?" I think that was a damn good. That was a damn good question right there. I'm not gonna
Can't do
lie.
both.
Focused.
Hey, yeah, I'd rather, you know what, and I think you can do both. But if I had to pick one, I say focus. But I feel it would be nice to see a little bit of something. And everybody's talking about him rubbing his arm. Let me tell you, everybody has their ticks. Okay, I will say this: when me and Tony first started doing two fans in the stands, the first season we didn't go on camera. Okay, so then in the off season, I said, Tone, I said, we're gonna have to go get some haircuts, get some, get some grease in the head, something. We're gonna have to get on these cameras. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. When we first started going live, we had our face on camera. Let me tell you, my damn foot was down here tapping on the floor like crazy for about 4 months. You know what I mean? But till I got used to it. Now, mind you, I ain't saying this with Bright, but I'm saying everybody got their own ticks. And for him, let me tell you, he cannot stop rubbing that damn arm. I
And
don't know,
some
I don't know
eczema
what it
cream or
is.
something. Hey, Hope Grab was saying, just say you hate Bryce. Bro, you don't know me. You don't know me, bro. I've never said I hated Bryce. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
don't paint the card no attention. He he he
yeah.
he ain't at his computer. He look extra today. Nah, I'm just joking.
Yeah, that's actually Xavier Leggett's cousin. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh Gabba
From
Gabba
Newlands.
Nakari. He is
Mm.
actually Xavier Leggett's cousin. That's your boy. That's your boy Peoples.
All
Yeah, well,
right, cool.
you need to put your sword and shield up and go fight everybody talking shit about your cousin. Stop coming at me.
Cool beans. All right. So, okay. So back to what we was talking about before we looked into the press conference. I know y'all gave y'all opinions. I'm gonna say, now they said he's week to week. Okay, they didn't give a definite timetable for Haynes King to return. So I'm trying to look on the bright side of this. What if he's back next week or in a week and a half and can get to play in, say, one or two more preseason games? Okay, and we still see the same thing out of Haynes King. Okay, he might very well push for that number 2 QB spot. And like somebody, I think it was I forgot what I think it was either I don't know if it was Poppin or Tony, and was talking about just go ahead and take that cap hit, get rid of Kenny Pickett, if Haynes King comes back and he's still doing this. So depending on how long he's out, will determine his shot at competing for that number 2 spot. Okay, because we all know there ain't gonna be no quarterback 3. The Panthers keep 2 QBs. Now they used to, I don't know, do they still have the emergency QB spot or they got rid of that? I know they had it
No,
at
they
one
still
point.
got it. They
They
still
still got
got
it?
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got an emergency QB that doesn't, if I'm not mistaken, they don't count against the roster. I think that's the way it was.
Yeah, he doesn't count. He can be active on game day, and he doesn't count as a roster spot on game day, unless
Mhm.
the starting quarterback and the QB2 gets hurt. Then he can be activated. So he it's like a dress up inactive in case of
Okay.
emergency break glass.
Yeah, because if the any of the other two starting or two quarterbacks above him are cleared, he has to come out of the game immediately. Like they
Yeah.
can't say the other quarterback good to go and let your emergency quarterback finish the game. Like they got to come out, immediately. Okay, all right, cool. And as far as the conspiracy goes, man, let me tell y'all this. I know a lot of people say whatever y'all know Bryce is gonna be the starting quarterback come to the start of the season, barring any injuries or anything. Now, what I will say is this. If this is a strategic move by the Panthers, now I don't know what can happen. I don't know if he gets hurt, if they can they put him on can they put him on the pup list or can they put him on IR or anything and like try to stash him
Of course
away
they
or
can.
something?
That's what I was thinking. I don't know. If
I
he
don't
gets
know.
Yeah,
off you,
I don't know for sure.
okay.
it's a hell of a move.
Okay. Hey, and shout out to let me see, Stars Kiski. I hope I said that right. For the 2 jewels,
Star
Silver
ski
Star. Appreciate
ski.
that. Yeah, I gotta I ain't gonna lie, I still got to look up the whole jewels thing. I don't know how to use them yet, but hey, I appreciate them. I'll figure it out eventually. Appreciate you. Thank you. But yeah, now mind you, hey, it might be a strategic move by them, but I'm gonna say this: I highly doubt that the Panthers went to Haynes King and was like, "Hey, bro, I need you to pull up with a hamstring injury. We're gonna list you week to week." I highly doubt it. Okay, I have been wrong about things in my life. I could be wrong about this, but for me right now, I highly doubt it. But it's the timing is ominous. The timing is kind of suspicious. I will give everybody saying that. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. It just so happens after he has that game, then he gets hurt, and he didn't look hurt at all during the game. But like Nicard said, he played through injuries at Georgia Tech. I didn't keep up with him a lot, and I knew of him. I've seen a few games, and I think he wasn't the ACC Player of the Year last year, if I'm not mistaken. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, he was.
okay, ski, okay, gotcha. Let me see. Panther Pickle, what's up? He said the emergency third quarterback must be on the club's 53 player roster. The player cannot be
Mhm.
elevated practice squad player. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Right.
So okay. So Panthers
Right.
only keeping 2 quarterbacks. All right. Gotcha. Uh-oh. Rashak said the Panthers just got Rashak, my bad. Saints just got hit with the injury. Okay, I gotta look that up. Let me know who it is. Deontay, what's up with you, big dog? Said keep him week to week so they can see what Kenny has, along with give Trask opportunity. I think they are sold on King. I think he's sore, but they are milking the injury. Both can be true. Okay, I got you. Hold on, I just took the notes up. Hold on, this one. The Panthers keep only 2 quarterbacks on their roster. Third quarterback rules do not apply. Okay, got you. Appreciate that, Panther Pickle. I don't think they did that to hide him, but I do think they won't let him be put in a position to get picked up by other teams. If they do, it's our loss. Facts. King is going to be on the roster. Honestly, that may be Jimmy's roster spot. You talking about Jimmy Horn? No. Let me tell you, Jimmy Horn keep up what he been doing. Oh yeah, nah, he ain't gonna take Jimmy's spot. Oh no, Saints guard Dylan Redunes tore his ACL. Oh
Yeah.
damn.
Oh wow.
Ooh. Oh no. Hey, let me tell you one thing. The one thing I will not do is celebrate an NFL player getting hurt. I don't
Oh
care if
no,
it's
I'm
on a
not doing
team I
that.
can't stand. Hey,
Right.
let me tell y'all this. If any Saints fan out there, shout out the Dylan man. I pray for a speedy recovery. I hate to see that. I don't want nobody to get hurt. I don't care if it's on a team I cannot stand. I hate to see that regardless. So, but yeah, much love to him, man. I hope he comes back next year and play good versus everybody but the Panthers. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Let me see. Let me see. Feels like most injured year in NFL history. Let me tell you. Rashak said after one game getting stashed. Okay. Hey, I'm just trying to go through all the scenarios and possibilities here. I don't think Haynes King will clear waivers if he's cut, and he has to clear waivers before he's added to our practice squad. Facts. Yes. If the Panthers mess around and cut this dude, yeah, nah, bro. Somebody gonna pick him up. Somebody gonna have him on their practice squad. I guarantee you. So many torn ACLs. There has to be a scientific reason. It's always this injury. Huh? Yeah. We'll see. I don't know.
I
Okay.
wonder if Dave said anything in the press conference about Haynes King.
I had to go back and look. Yeah, because I ain't gonna play it right this second. Shoot, I'm gonna try to get back out here and get some more. Look, you want to talk about momentum? Get some more momentum going on some of this yard work I gotta do. But shoot, man. But let me go ahead. We're gonna get on up off here. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Okay, I appreciate everybody for joining me. All right. Let me shout out to Mr. Cool Kev, Freddie, JP, Tip Drill Will, Mr. Hunky Dory, Jay Hudge, and Starsky. Okay, for all the super chats and the jewels. I appreciate all the love and support. Thank you for everybody in the chat as well, for all the good comments. I thank you for the engagement. I thank you for the conversation. All right. And I appreciate y'all as always. Again, thank you to my big little cousin Tone here for joining me. Thank you to Mr. Putting them paws on him for joining me as well. And Pop, I'm gonna let you go first. Any last words before we get up out of here?
Yeah, man. We should just celebrate that. We've seen a good preseason game. There's no need to um hate one player, like another player, whatever the case may be. We want our Panthers to win regardless who's out there. And I appreciate Tony for having me up. I mean, Tony, CJ, I'm so much on Tony's channel. Appreciate CJ for you
You
having
are.
me up here and showing my channel some love. I don't put the pause on them. And man, hey,
Mm-hmm.
look, man, we're waiting for this next game this Saturday coming up. Keep pounding.
Yes, sir. Low Tone, what you got?
testing 1 2 testing. Oh, my bad. I ain't know my mic was on. My bad. Hey, I appreciate you for having me up here today, cuz as always, it was a family thing. Thank you for streaming to my channel. Because if you see me in the comments, I'm not doing it on CJ's channel. That's my channel. He is streaming to mine as well today. But if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, just subscribe to Unbiased Opinion Sports Talk. That's www.youtube.com/@UO Sports Talk. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for everybody that tuned in today on this fine Sunday.
All right. And also again, like I said, make sure you go check out Put Them Paws on them. UO Sports Talk. The Ville Kids Show. We got Freddie in the chat. All right. And I thank everybody for your love and support. All right. So next up for the Panthers is the Buffalo Bills. The next preseason game is Saturday. And yeah, y'all gonna have to I'm not going to be going live next Saturday. Like I said, I will be on vacation. Might be a staycation, but
I might try to
I
do
ain't gonna be.
something next Saturday.
Look,
I
I
might
ain't, I
try to
ain't,
get
I ain't,
some
I ain't,
on.
I ain't gonna be doing nothing. Okay, but I will get back at y'all. Might do something here
That's
this
not what
week
I
before.
heard.
Hey, well, you know, but I might do something here this week. Probably midweek or so. So we'll see. All right, we'll see. But yeah, next game versus the Buffalo Bills. Now, if I'm not mistaken, now our joint practices are against the Jaguars and the Texans, right? We don't
Facts.
have a joint practice against Buffalo. Okay. So
No,
that'll be
Jaguars and
yeah,
Texans.
okay. So that'll be another kind of, one of those telltale signs what's going to happen as far as who plays and how much they play, how we look out there against, other starters, competition. Also remember the Panthers only have one home preseason game this year, and it's the last game against the Texans. Okay? So we played on the road at the Hall of Fame, well, technically. Well, yeah. We go to Buffalo and we go to Jacksonville. Okay, so we will be the first opponent technically for Buffalo in what is it, Highmark Stadium? Their new indoor stadium in Buffalo.
Yeah.
So
It's
yeah.
not indoor
All
though,
right.
but yeah, close to it.
Okay. I thought it was a dome
No,
over, or is it just they
it's
covering the
not.
stands?
Yeah, yeah. It's just like it's like almost like a quarter dome.
Kind
Yeah.
of like Miami, but all the way around.
Right, right, exactly.
But okay, but part of the
Yeah.
stadium and not added on later. I got you. Okay.
Right,
All
right.
right, cool. I was wondering now. I was like, man, I know them Bills fans gonna be mad. They don't get throw no snow in the snow games.
Oh, they
Okay.
would have rioted.
Real quick. Panther Pickle said just in Lions QB Teddy Bridgewater is stepping away from the team per head coach Dan Campbell. Okay.
I thought you were gonna
Find out
say
more about
Jared
that.
Goff.
Oh boy, let me tell you, Lord have mercy. Bruh. All right, cool beans. All right, y'all. As always, thank you for joining. On your way out, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I appreciate all the love and support. Make sure you go out here and check my fellow guests' channels as well. Unbiased Opinion Sports Talk, put them paws on them, and the Ville Kid, that's Freddie's channel as well. Okay, so as always, Panther Nation, I'm gonna leave y'all with three things. Number one, y'all be good. Number two, y'all be safe. And number three, as always, Panther Nation, keep pounding, man. I'll see